What's going on, Red Wings fans? Welcome inside Little Caesars Arena for another edition of the Forecheck. I'm Daniella Bruce alongside Ken Kal this fine afternoon. Ken, we did the morning skate show together earlier today. Are you sick of me yet is the biggest question.
No, not at all, Daniella.
Oh, yes. I'm doing something
I thought
right.
maybe we'd take some highlights from this morning's show and air it on the Forecheck, to be honest with you.
Well, we are going to. We are definitely going to talk about some of the same things that we talked about on today's morning skate show. So it was just a little warm-up for us. Let's get right into it. We'll give you some updates on the Red Wings injury list. We know that Robbie Fabry will not be in the lineup tonight, so that is one player we will not see out on the ice. And then Tyler Bertuzzi obviously has been out for a long time. We have been seeing him skating with the team, still not practicing. Bobby Ryan out for the season. One interesting injury, Ken, was that Vladislav Nemetsnikov did not play on Monday night. So wondering if he will be in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of strange because I thought he was a healthy scratch the last game against Carolina. Then I looked in the notes this morning, and he was injured. Jeff Blashill didn't talk about it at the morning skate today, so we'll just have to wait and see if he's in the lineup tonight.
Yes, we will definitely check that out at warm-ups today. And then we're going to talk about the big news. Anthony Mantha traded to the Washington Capitals in exchange for Jacob Vrana, Richard Panik, and a 2021 first-round pick, a 2022 second-round pick. But, Ken, the biggest news today is that this will be the first game that we see Jacob Vrana and Richard Panik in a Red Wings uniform. What are you expecting out of them?
Pretty exciting, and I'm looking forward to a good showing from both of those players, Daniella. And Anthony Mantha, he had a goal and an assist, played about 15 or 16 minutes in his Washington Capitals debut, so he started off good. I'm expecting the same from Vrana and Richard Panik.
Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be really exciting to see them in Red Wings uniforms. Vrana is a player to be really excited about, and Panik too. He's a good player, a good veteran player, so it's definitely something that will be beneficial for the Red Wings to have both of them in the lineup. And something else that was really impressive about the Red Wings, Ken, is how they came out on Monday night in Carolina after the big news. It was a surprise to all of them, but they came out and played really well against Carolina. So let's take a look back at the highlights from that game. And of course, we're starting things off talking about Adam Ernie again finding the back of the net. He is on a 7-game point streak now, Ken, but this play by Michael Rasmussen to set it all up was pretty phenomenal too.
Yeah, Ernie's not going to miss that one. Good wraparound opportunity. As we see Rasmussen going in behind the goal and centered it out in front. And that was the 20,000th goal in franchise history for the Wings.
And the Red Wings lead 1-0 after that goal. And here is Philip Zadina on the power play from his sweet spot, Ken. He buried that one.
That was an important goal for the Red Wings, and you're absolutely right. He picked the upper corner of the goal, actually under the crossbar right there. And gotta love that celebration, don't you?
And definitely want to shout out Jonathan Bernier because he had a tough game his first couple games back after injury, but he played phenomenal on Monday night, really kept the Red Wings in that one. That was actually a SportsCenter top 10 play, by the way.
That was good work by Biega, too, the Red Wing defenseman who missed 18 games, was a healthy scratch, came back for both games against Carolina, actually helped out in that play. But look at Bernier right here. Stretched out, gets a piece of that puck, and really kept the Red Wings in the game. Here's another opportunity right now. Vincent Trocheck trying to put it in behind him. Then on the rebound, they couldn't cash in.
Yeah, Jonathan Bernier really stood tall for the Red Wings, as he always seems to when he's in net. So definitely a great game by him. And the final score would end up being 3-1. An empty netter by Sam Gagner would give the Red Wings 3, and then Nino Niederreiter netted Carolina's goal. But a huge win for the Red Wings. And we have to go back to Adam Ernie, Ken. He leads the team with 11 goals right now. And we were talking in morning skate. Whoever bet on Adam Ernie leading the Red Wings at this point in the season in goals, man, that was a big payout, right?
It certainly was. And you got to love what he's been doing. He came here in a trade from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Steve Yzerman really knew about the way he could play. Struggled a little bit in his first year with Detroit, and I think it took him almost 3/4 of the season just to get a point on the board. But, man, has he really come alive. And I think you can see the confidence growing in Adam Ernie. Every time he gets the puck, he goes hard to the net, and he likes to shoot the puck. That's what I like. We've been saying that all year. You want to see those guys shoot the puck. He goes hard to the net. And, he never gets an opportunity there where he doesn't make the most out of the situation when he goes in there. He's got like 20 shots in his last, I want to say, 5 or 6 games total. So he's doing good, pleasant surprise, and he leads the team in goals with 11.
Yeah, hopefully he can keep that going tonight against Chicago. Like we said, the Red Wings played really well against Carolina. They've played really well against Carolina all season, but they haven't fared so well against the Blackhawks, Ken. And here's what Coach Blashill had to say this morning at Morning Skate about tonight's opponent.
I think we've gone in, we've had good periods against them. The first period in their building in the very first game we played them, I thought we were the better team, but we've struggled too much. And part of that's a compliment to them. They've done a good job. Part of it's we got to play better. So, at the end of the night, execution is what matters the most. Certainly, as you go through these series, you make slight adjustments, but really, it's about doing what you do really well and then executing. And we haven't done what when we're a good hockey team, we know how to we know how we want to play, and we haven't done that well enough against them.
So Coach Blashill talking about execution, Ken. They have to execute well against the Blackhawks if they're going to win this game tonight. And they have some players over there in Chicago that definitely know how to execute, including Patrick Kane, who is just amazing against the Red Wings. Against Detroit in his career, he has 52 points in 55 games. I almost switched that there, but yes, 52 points in 55 career games against the Red Wings.
Not only that, you're going to see him play a lot on the ice surface. Yeah. He's played, I just have a note here, 20-plus minutes in 37 of 43 games played so far this year. And he's one of those guys you always got to keep an eye on. And look at those assist numbers. I mean, lately he hasn't been putting the light in the lamp, but 40 assists. And I think he's only one of 3 or 4 players in the league right now that has 40 assists. So got to keep an eye on him at all time. He is a terrific player, and I think he'll get votes for the player of the year and the Hart Trophy, and he was just dynamic, and I really like the way he's played, and he's really lifted the Blackhawks to their success this year that they're having.
40 assists and 54 points on the season for Patrick Kane. You mentioned his lack of scoring, but Alex DeBrincat is really picking up the pace for Patrick Kane there. So he has 21 goals on the season. That's a team high. He's also a killer against the Red Wings, 18 points in 12 career games.
I'll say he had a hat trick, I think, one of his earlier games in his career against Detroit. But look at his numbers. It all started out in junior, and he played with Connor McDavid for the Erie Otters. And I was looking at his numbers, 332 points in 3 seasons of play with the Erie Otters in junior, 167 goals. I mean, that's amazing. And, it didn't stop right there. He was drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks, I believe 39th overall several years ago, and he's picked up the pace. It's hard to score in this league, yet some players have a knack of putting that puck in the net. Certainly, Alex DeBrincat is one of them.
And it doesn't stop there, Ken. You've still got guys like Pius Suter and Dominic Kubalik that you're going to have to look out for tonight.
And that's the thing about the Chicago Blackhawks. We didn't know what to expect from the Blackhawks going into this season, but their youngsters have really stepped it up. Kurashev's having a pretty good year for the Blackhawks as well. So we didn't know what's going to happen with the Blackhawks as we started this season. I thought they were going to be 7th, 8th place perhaps in the division, but they got some strong goalkeeping from Kevin Lankinen. We'll talk a little bit more about him in just a minute, but those rookies have really stepped it up. And then when you get plays from Kane and DeBrincat and the way they move the puck and shoot it into the net, that's a solid club right now, and they're trying to make the playoffs.
With that, Ken, let's move into talking about goaltending. We'll start with the Red Wings first, Thomas Grice and Jonathan Bernier. Thomas Grice was the first goaltender off the ice today at morning skate, so it looks like we're going to see him kind of going back to the rotation that we saw at the beginning of the season.
He stopped 30 of 34 shots last Saturday night in that win over the Carolina Hurricanes, and I thought he really played well, especially in the shootout there. And the Red Wings got the extra point, but what a shootout that was. What, 7 rounds, something like that? That's something we haven't seen in a long, long time here in Detroit. But he's actually playing pretty good right now, and Jonathan Bernier came back, and he had a solid effort in his last game.
And you mentioned Kevin Lankinen earlier for Chicago. It is confirmed that he will be starting in net tonight. No surprise. They're another rookie that you didn't expect to be doing this big of things for Chicago this season.
I think he was third on the depth chart for the Chicago Blackhawks, and they started the season with 2 straight losses, and then they went down to Florida. And in the third game, they said, hey, let's start this young kid named Kevin Lankinen. And wouldn't you know it, he's turned out to be their #1 goaltender right now. He's started his last 7 hockey games. I believe his record is 4-3 in those 7, and he gives the team a chance. He's been solid, and especially against Detroit. The save percentage is unbelievable against the Red Wings. I believe he's 4-0 this season with that .962 save percentage.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly it. That's what I was going to say. I'm so tired of talking about these Blackhawks that are Red Wings killers, but even Lankinen is a Red Wings killer this season.
Well, the Red Wings haven't won 3 straight games all season long. They won 3 straight on the road with that last victory against Carolina. So tonight would be a good night for the Red Wings to play that style of play that they played against the Carolina Hurricanes, and that's tight checking, and they played with good pace and tempo in that last series against Carolina, so why not do it again tonight?
And another note for Chicago, Kelvin DeHaan and Adam Boquist will both be out of the lineup tonight, making that a bit harder for them. And Ken, they're in a battle right now for that 4th playoff spot in the Central Division. They are 4 points behind the Nashville Predators, so you know they're going to be fighting for points against the Red Wings tonight. This is a huge series for them right here in Detroit.
It really is a huge series because they're going to have a couple of games coming up against the Nashville Predators. So I know what they're thinking right now. They're thinking if we can get out of Hockey Town with 3 out of 4 points or 4 out of 4 points, that'll set us up beautifully as we go in and play the Nashville Predators. But again, you got to play the game on the ice. And you look back a couple of weeks ago or a week ago when the Red Wings swept the Columbus Blue Jackets, and they were reeling after that, and they were looking at maybe some easy points. They were in a playoff hunt, but just didn't work out. So you can't look ahead in this league. Got to take it one game at a time.
Ken, you mentioned that the Red Wings have the opportunity to string together 3 wins for the first time this season. How exactly are they going to do that tonight?
Same way as they did in that Carolina series. Just play tight check-in, and you get your offense from really being good defensively. And, just play a patient game because, a lot of times nothing happens during the course of the hockey game, but you don't want to take needless chances out there. You just want to play a nice disciplined game, and when the scoring opportunities arise, you certainly hope to make the best out of it.
You won't want to miss any of the action for tonight's game. Make sure you are tuning in on 97.1 The Ticket with Ken Kal. Puck drop is at 7:30, or of course you can tune in on Bally Sports Detroit with pregame starting at 7 p.m. And Hockey Town Home Ice. Ken will have Jason Woolley with us today, so we'll be chatting with fans there, doing an intermission and a pregame breakdown.
Old number 15, Jason Woolley. Who's wearing number 15 now?
It's Vrana.
Yeah,
look at that. Hey,
I know Jason will be talking about that tonight.
Yeah, he'll
He's
be
got his
real
old
excited.
number.
He'll be like, hey, he definitely picked number 15 because of me.
And let's not forget Paul Woods, too. He wore number 15 for many years in Detroit.
We'll have to start a great 15s list now, won't we?
Right, absolutely.
All right, guys. Again, 7:30 puck drop. Make sure you're tuning in. And, of course, download that Home Turf app and tune in to Hockey Town Home Ice. Thank you for watching the Forecheck today. We'll see you next time.